Hey guys, J7Jace here, bringing you a video all about Bravery and Faith, from the best way to increase it, and even other details about them. Now, if this was a YouTube short video, I would just say use Steal from Ramza and Luso, and Preach from an order. Bam, and done. But I'm not about the shorts life. Continuing on, there are multiple ways to increase bravery, but the best way is with Ramza's Steal ability starting in Chapter 2. Cheer Up is the name of it for all the FFT veterans and PS1 players. It will increase your bravery stat in battle by 5 and by 1 permanently after it. The max bravery you can have in battle is 100, so don't bother using Steal again as you're just going to waste your turn, CT, as well as not gain any XP and JP. 97 is the highest it can be out of battle and is more than enough in 99% of all situations. If you are on the War of the Lions version, Luso can also use the same abilities as Ramza. This is the best way to increase the bravery stat because it is relatively cheap to learn, it has a 100% success rate, it's ranged, and you'll have the Game Hunter and Ramza's Squire unlocked by default. The Orders or the Mediator's Praise ability is also a way to increase the bravery stat, but it isn't nearly as effective as it isn't a 100% guarantee, and you have to go out of your way to unlock this class. If you want to increase your brave stat in Chapter 1 though, this is how you go about it. Another way to increase your bravery is by using Shout, but this will only increase Ramza's and Luso's own bravery stat. Lastly, some choices in the storyline battles will grant you a temporary bravery boost in battle and a small increase permanently after, such as choosing to save Mustadio. Although saving him can be difficult as he can get KO'd easily, you can also gain 1 bravery if you choose not to save him, which also makes the battle drastically easier as he doesn't have to survive. And lastly, not choosing to save Argath. These aren't the best ways to increase your bravery at all, and just more trivia and fun info. The reaction ability bravery boost from the dancer only increases the stat in battle, so don't even bother with this. Now, what are the benefits of increasing your bravery and having it high? It will increase the chances of your reaction ability to occur. Think of it as a percentage, with 97 being equivalent to 97%. So when an enemy attacks you and your character has Mana Shield on, it will only have a 3% chance to miss. The only 2 reaction abilities where bravery won't affect it are parry and reflexes. Parry is determined by weapon block, and reflexes is based on evasion. So I recommend things like Defender for parry and Featherweave Cloak for reflexes. The second benefit is that it will increase the damage of Knight Swords, unarmed, and katanas as well. The only drawback of having a high bravery stat is when you're going treasure hunting in places like Midlight's Deep, your chances of getting the bad item on a tile drastically goes up. If you want to decrease your bravery, Beowulf's Chicken is best. It can lower it in battle by up to 50 points and up to a max of 12 permanently. Orders Intimidate decreases it by 20 in battle and 5 permanently. 16 bravery is the lowest you can go before you start getting desertion threats, from 15 to an absolute lowest of 6 bravery. If it's 5, then the unit will leave forever. Forever. If this happens, don't save your game, unless you really want to say goodbye to the character. Ramza is immune to leaving the party if his bravery is too low and his faith is too high. Now for faith, as I mentioned at the beginning, the only way to increase it is with the Orator's Preach ability, and it isn't a guarantee. Preach will increase your faith in battle by 4 and 1 permanently. Just a warning though, once you reach 85 permanent faith, characters will threaten to leave your party, and once their permanent faith is 95, they will leave. To combat the annoying messages after a battle, have a character stay at 84 faith, and if you don't want them to ever leave, keep them at 94 faith. To better increase your chances of Preach landing, you can always use save states, line editor, or FFT patcher. To do this legitimately though, I recommend having a good Zodiac compatibility sign with your units and to also increase your magic stat. This can be done via equipment and changing into a black mage for that stat multiplier. Now, what are the benefits of having high faith? It's good and bad, and the opinion of it can vary from player to player. Having a high faith stat means you'll deal more magic damage with most magic spells casted besides Nether and Sky Mantra. It will also heal for more with things like Curaga, but you will also take more damage from magic attacks and healing spells alike. In addition to this, you will also take more damage from magic guns, and things like Mystic Arts and Spellblade have a much higher chance landing on you, making you drastically more susceptible. There are formulas in order to calculate damage and so on, but this can also be tricky to fully calculate because you also need to factor in things like the weather, arcane defense, shell, zodiac compatibility signs, and equipment that can increase and even reduce damage. All in all, high faith means magic damage and healing you do will increase, but you also take much more damage and healing from it. Lower faith means you deal less magic and healing, but you are also nearly immune and magic will deal a lot less damage. Now, if you want a pretty good substitute for high faith without preaching, you can use Rod of Faith, which puts you in faith status, which is beneficial for magic users mainly. You can also whack someone with the staff to bestow the faith status. Beowulf can also cast faith, and a mystic can do the same as well with their belief spell. Keep in mind, these effects are only in battle though, and you need Rod of Faith equipped to keep the faith effect. Having a lower faith stat means Mystic Arts and Spellblade's chances of landing on you will also decrease considerably. So that is a huge advantage. Now, having a lower faith stat is also great if you plan to use fell swords as a primary weapon while being a dark or onion knight. Atheist from Beowulf, Mystic's Disbelief can nullify magic attacks, and the constructs like 8 and 7 just have a built-in atheist. I mean, I'm not sure how a giant robot can go to church exactly. Now, to lower faith, all you have to do is use Enlighten from the order. You can lower up to 20 faith per Enlighten in battle, and you can also remove up to 5 faith permanently. That is all I have for you today in regards to Bravery and Faith, one of the more interesting stats and mechanics in Tactics history. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Some of you keep commenting and watching, but not subscribing. Lastly, please like the video if you want to support me and help the channel out. I will see you all on the next video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great one.